Hello everyone, hope you are guys doing good. So today in this video we will explore what is Apache Airflow, how we can install in Windows, and how we can write a simple DAG to test out our newly set up Airflow. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to go in turn Windows feature on and off and make sure that Windows subsystem for Linux should be enabled. So this is first requirement. Once you satisfy this, if you haven't already downloaded or installed Ubuntu, so you can install any one of them. For example, I have installed, you can see open, which means I have already installed. Open, I have installed. Get mean you can install it. So I am going to show you that. For example, this is my Linux. Once you install it, so you will get interface like that. You will have a Linux, then you may have Ubuntu 20.04. So depending on the selection from Microsoft Store, here you did, so depending on the selection it will available on your Windows machine. So once you get installed, so what you need to write on command prompt run as administrator. You can use without as administrator, but it's not an issue. So you need to check WSL list, so you can also find that you have a two Ubuntu's uh, prompt is available. It's like a separate or standalone machines. Okay, you can understand in a simple way. Okay, so if I need to connect with Ubuntu WSL -d with, I need to pass the ID of the connection like 22.04. I think if I am not doing any mistake, so I did mistake. So what is the mistake actually? Let me recall it. WSL -d small d. It should be a small d. Actually it's a case sensitive, so it should be a small d. So once you get connected, it will show that my user your user, my, in this case my user is my user, and then your system name and MNT Windows System 32 is a working directory. I will show here as well that this is my prompt, is a home, under home my user, and you can see our different files. Okay, right. So cd till mean I am going to come on a root folder, so this is third step you can say. Then you need to use sudo apt update command. If you already not doing this, so please do this. Here it will ask your user, which user password, my user password, I'm entering my user password. So it's now actually updating my Linux environment. So it's already updated, so it's just done in a few seconds, otherwise may take a few, maybe 1 or 2 minutes depending on the speed of the net. So next step is I need to check Python 3 version. If I have installed, then it will return a version, yes. If not installed, then we need to install Python. Pip, we need to also check version if installed or not, so it's taking time, but pip is also installed. Okay, so we are completed 3 steps. After WSL connectivity, we update our Ubuntu system. Whenever new update come, we have now update, we are satisfied about that. We have Python, we have pip install. Now the next step is there is a file bash rc file. We need to set our airflow path here, so I'm going to open it, and here I'm going to paste a command in this line. So I need to change my user because my username is my user. So let me verify this. Okay, home my user, then I am not going to create airflow folder right now, but I'm assume that home my user slash airflow will be my path of airflow home directory. So that's why I satisfy him. I'm going to save this file, and yes, and actually I am in a mode, so that's why it's telling me. So it's a good idea that if we do use here a nano, like let's say I'm going to ls, which means I don't have any folder right now, nano tilde dot slash, what is the file name, bash rc, bash no, this is not a file name actually. Okay, I am sorry, I did a mistake. Control X for exit, actually is a dot is coming here. Okay, so here you go. So you can see that Control S for save, and control X for exit. So it's right actually, due to some I am in a Windows environment, so that's why it's giving me some issue, but okay, fine. So I am going to close this. So once we set up our this file, I need to pip install Apache Airflow. Let hit enter. So it actually installing, and it will take few minutes depending on the speed of the internet. So let's hold our horses to wait it complete. While it's installing, so let me show what side by side the directory as well. So you can see some files are added while it's installing. Finally it installed. So now I can pip check what I have installed. Pip list, I think this is a command. Okay, so let me check. Do I have a Airflow? Apache Airflow? Yes, we have Apache Airflow. I am also going to check one more thing, which is connection. Okay, which is actually a database connection. Right now you are not able to see any workflow folder, but it's fine. And what I'm going to do, Airflow, I can run now Airflow db init. Let me so it say no. So what I need to do, I need to open one more command prompt. This is a second command prompt. I can close older one because not required. WSL and I think list, right? So I can connect with them. Just hold on. So I open a new command, or in fact I would say WSL, and connect with it. Now I'm going to use Airflow db init, and it will actually, let me also show something here. It will also creating some folder as well and initialize our database. And let me refresh this folder. So you can see Airflow folder here. So, and this is our database. So which means we have successfully installed our Airflow. Cool. So next part is to how to launch our Airflow and how to write a tag. Okay, so we can also create a tag folder here using from Windows, or also from this prompt make directory mkdir, I think mkdir space tag. So we create a tag folder here, and then I am going to test now Airflow scheduler. Let me run this first. If it's run, that means our scheduler is good to go. Let's wait for it. For the first time it take few minutes longer than usual. So you can see our Airflow scheduler is running successfully, and I am just going to break it because I will run in the background, not in the foreground. Otherwise I need to open two windows, two WSL windows. Airflow, now I'm going to check Airflow web server. Oh, I missed one thing. Actually I did not create a user, but let's see what happened, because after initializing a database I have to create a user, and which should be an admin role. Okay, let's say we have created our user. Now let's say we have a localhost 8080. What happened? So we don't know what is the user over admin. Yeah, so this is a problem. So what we need to do, we need to create it. So first I need to break it, and then for user creation I have a command Airflow user create. This is a command which is going to create a user. U mean user is admin, first name minus f mean first name, admin minus l mean last name is admin, r mean role, and capital ADMIN admin, and could be any email address. So let first create it, and it asking password. I am going to set password, confirming. Okay, so now I'm going to use web server again. Let's see what happened. Let me refresh it. Okay, admin and my password. Cool. So you have to it said that scheduler is not open. Okay, no problem, because we know that we not run scheduler, we just tell. So we have showing some DAX, good. And under admin or under security, you can see user, admin, just we create it, so you get an idea. Okay, now let me stop this again, and now I'm going to run this with minus capital D. This time use capital D, which run the scheduler behind the scene in a background, you can say. Okay, and then web server minus D. Right, so let me refresh. What happened? Okay, it's loading actually. Let me do this like this. Okay, so just giving a warning message that SQLite, do not use SQLite in production. You can use Postgres like that, but this is not our topic for the video. And a sequential executor, so we can set this thing in a file where we have a Airflow file, actually Airflow config file, so we can set all the things in this file. But this is we don't need to right now for that. If we need to change our port from 8082, so we can do this as well. Okay, and if we want to change our connection, let's say connection, let me go up, it's not here. Yeah, so this is our database name, so Airflow database name we can change as well. In fact, we can say Airflow 2 3, or even if we have a local host system or MySQL or Postgres, so we can use like change it here as well. Okay, so this is just a brief overview, but for the sake of this video we are not going to use this. So here we have some DAX which is showing here to us, and now we already have some. So let me copy some DAX code and let me explain you. So what I am going to do, I am copying a Python program read file which is DAC file. So I am going to explain you as well this. So this is my DAC program. So what I need to import DAC as Airflow. These two are, you can say that these are very important libraries for Airflow. Then I was told to import datetime, util, and this is a template. You can say that the owner of my DAG is admin. When it's going to start, it's going to start how many retries, 1 2 3. You can uh, number it here, place number as per your need. So this is my DAG name, read file DAG. It will show you, appear you in this list. Okay, let me rerun this. Maybe it will show you once we copy DAG, so it usually comes up here. If not, then we need to rerun the scheduler. Okay, apparently it's looking that we have 48 DAGs, so it's not showing us. So let me stop this. Actually, we can stop the scheduler and run this. So how we can see our job status? I think the command is ps, actually ps aux. Okay, so this is my scheduler, it's running here. If I need to stop the scheduler because it's running in the background, what I need to do, I need to use kill and then its ID, process ID, PID 74. Okay, let me again run ps auxil. So I think it's gone. Now I want to rerun my scheduler minus D, which means in a background. So let me check. Okay, the scheduler is now available here. Now I need to rerun. We have already 48 DAX and now we have 49, so our DAC is now available. Read file DAX. Okay, so read file DAC is available, right? And I am going to run it. It has 2 tasks, and let me run it. So once I run it and refresh the page, you can see that read copy is done. It has status success and read and copy. So this is a code. Actually, I am going to explain you code now. This is the same code. Actually, we saw it here and with some comments. So here we have a same code. So what I'm going to explain you about DAG here, how to write a simple DAG. Actually, this code will copy file from one source to another source. So simple copying a file is a objective of this program. Okay, so this is two line are important libraries we are imported for Airflow and default DAC. This is a template. You can always use same template, but you can change your user admin name or any name. But I have a list. In under list I show you admin, so I'm going to use admin. You can change your date as per your need. You can change your retries 1 2 3 whatever you want. This is your read file DAC actually, which is going to show you here read file DAC. And then default argument is default argument. I am not going to schedule it, but if you want to schedule it, there are some different type of parameter you can pass it. For example, time delta days 1 hours 13 15 mean daily at 3 p.m. It will run daily at 3 p.m. So there are some couple of things which I would like to say you, that if you say minute star, which mean every minute, hours star mean every hours, day of month mean star mean every month or any month, or you can pass value 1 to 31 month, and then date of week. And this is just a simple thing. It's to make a task 1, I define a function. This is my main body of the function, and this is my task associated with the DAC Python operator, which is coming from these libraries. Okay, so Python operator task name is read CSV, so you can see read CSV here, and Python callable read CSV, so you can take it as a template as well. Okay, so simple thing in this, actually I'm going to print just a string message. Nothing is, no reading the file, just printing a message here. But this is an important thing. I have second task, which is copy CSV. Okay, copy CSV, and MNT is sample data sales file. What is mean by MNT is here, which is very important concept. Actually MNT mean that, for example, I have a D drive and this is my folder. So if I want to access using Airflow, so I need to write MNT/D/sample data/sales. So here what I did, same MNT D sample sales. And if I want to store or destination folder is destination, so let's say this is my destination. So what I'm going to use, rather than this PC, I'm going to use MNT/D/sample data/sales/dest, right? And this is my source folder, and this is my file name which I'm going to use. Copy it. Let's say I have a file here, sales data, which is 310123, and when I copy it, so it just copied as per today date, and I'm going just copy it right now. Okay, so this is, and shutil.copy file is like a OS command, OS libraries, because most of the libraries are not working in a same way as we run in a Python, but in a Airflow we have some different type of libraries available. So shutil is one of the library we have imported to copy it, and after this copy it will, and similarly this is our template that we have to copy task. Here you can see, and finally we have defined that task read CSV is dependent on first this task will run, and then this task copy CSV run. So this is how we can remove this code as well, but it's an old one that this type of thing will not work in Python actually. So that's why I make this code available, but in Python you can copy this file from this command if outside the environment of Airflow. I hope I explain you everything about the Python, how we write a DAC, and I am going to explain one more DAC for you. So I am going to show another DAC which is fetching data from my local SQL server, and let me show the table. For example, this is my table and it has the 5 records. Okay, so what it doing actually, let me run this job as well, and then meanwhile I will explain you the code. So job is start running, and let me show code. So it's run. Okay, and then what it did, it create a file just right now, and it has showing that we have a total 5 records. Okay, so now come to the code side. So for this actually we need to use MS SQL hook. So we are not using by ODBC like that, because I told you that earlier that in Apache Airflow, we need some different libraries. Not all times pandas is working, PySpark is working, but for SQL Server connection we need to like this. And one thing, second thing is we need to actually define a connection here, SQL Server. Okay, let me go inside this. So we have a SQL Server connection ID, then we have our Microsoft SQL Server. So you need to install, once you install pip this command, let me tell you, 1 minute, localhost, then my database name and like that, and get me back to my tag and active tag, come on, then SQL Server test tag and code side. So once you write this pip install this one, so it will install SQL Server required libraries and hook. So this is actually command hook SQL Server. I'm going to use SQL Server from under connection. This is the same name I use SQL Server, and here is pandas and number of total record. This is my query actually, and I am also writing the files in a folder, and I already explained you that mint mntd sample, and this file is going to create, and rest of the code is same. So it has only one single task, not two, not three, so it has only one single task. So I hope you can understand the code. So it's a simple code, but it's fetching data from my SQL Server. So that's it for Airflow. If you grasp this concept, I think you can write complex pipelines in Airflow using tags. And I hope you like this video. Thank you very much. Take care.